Good morning, everyone. It is Julie here with your Thursday morning stock market news, where we're getting you up to speed with what you need to know as the market opens. So let's get into it. Alright guys, welcome back. Thank you all so much for being here. As usual, this morning we're going to be taking a look at exciting stock market news, notable earnings reports, and there are plenty as we kick off this earnings season, and we'll see which stocks are the morning's biggest gainers and losers. So let's dive right into this morning's exciting stock market news. U.S. stock futures are well into the green this morning after the Federal Reserve raised interest rates to their highest level in 22 years, but it is expected that the central bank has finished their rate increase cycle. There was a shift of tone with regards to the outlook for the U.S. economy. Jerome Powell said that the staff now has a noticeable slowdown in growth starting later this year in the forecast. Given the resilience of the economy recently, they are no longer forecasting a recession. Right now, Dow futures are up 0.39%, S&P 500 futures up 0.80%, and NASDAQ futures up 1.40%. Eli Lilly posted data from 2 phase 3 trials for their experimental obesity therapy. The trials for the drug tirzepatide indicated that participants across both of the trials achieved about a 26% weight loss over more than 80 weeks. Both studies met all the primary and key secondary objectives for tirzepatide compared to a placebo. Analysts currently rate the Eli Lilly stock a strong buy with an average upside of nearly 10%. And as they work to double their workforce, RingCentral has opened their first office in India. RingCentral received regulatory verifications to operate in India by the DOT and TRAI, making it the first global cloud provider to offer fully compliant cloud phone services in India. They have over 200 employees in India who've been working remotely, and they work to plan to double their workforce in the next year. Analysts currently rate their stock a moderate buy with an average upside of over 13%. Now moving right along to notable earnings reports. Some of the names we'll be hearing from in the after hours today include Enphase Energy, Ford Motor, Roku, and Intel. In the after hours last night, all eyes were on Meta Platforms. Their stock is in the green, currently up 10% after they came out ahead of expectations. Mark Zuckerberg said that we had a good quarter. We continue to see strong engagement across our apps, and we have the most exciting roadmap I've seen in a while. Their Q2 earnings per share of $2.98 came in 7 cents ahead of analysts' estimates, and revenue of $32 billion grew 11% year-over-year, beating expectations by $970 million. Analysts currently rate the Meta stock a strong buy with an average upside of over 15% and plenty of buy ratings coming in today. Then on the other hand, we have Chipotle Mexican Grill. Their stock is in the red, currently down 8% after a slight miss on revenue. Same-store sales were also a bit softer than projected, growing 7.4% in the quarter. Their revenue of $2.51 billion missed by just $20 million, while their Q2 earnings per share of $12.65 came in 37 cents ahead of analysts' expectations. Their stock is currently rated a strong buy, with a mix of buys and holds coming in today. And we have plenty going on in the pre-market this morning as well. We heard from McDonald's coming out with both an earnings and revenue beat. Nearly all of their segments showed double-digit growth during the quarter. For their Q2, they reported earnings per share of $3.17, coming in 38 cents ahead of estimates, and revenue of $6.5 billion, beat by $210 million. Analysts rate their stock a strong buy with an average upside of 11%. Shares of Southwest Airlines are currently down 5% despite posting record revenue. Growing over 4% year-over-year, revenue of $7.04 billion beat expectations by $60 million, while their Q2 earnings per share of $1.09 missed by just 1 cent per share. Looking forward, their president and CEO said that based on current revenue and cost trends, we expect record operating revenue and a profitable outlook again for the third quarter and continue to expect year-over-year margin expansion for the full year. Their stock is currently rated a moderate buy with an average upside of nearly 15%. Shares of MasterCard are fairly flat this morning after their earnings and revenue beat. They reported Q2 earnings per share of $2.89, beating estimates by 6 cents per share, and revenue of $6.3 billion grew 14% year-over-year, beating estimates by $130 million. Analysts currently rate the stock a unanimous strong buy. And Royal Caribbean Cruises up 8% after their earnings report, where they came in ahead of estimates on both earnings and revenue. Revenue grew 61.5% year over year, coming in at $3.52 billion and beating estimates by $110 million. Q2 earnings per share of $1.82 beat by 24 cents per share. Analysts currently rate their stock a moderate buy with a fairly flat price target. Now let's take a look at which stocks are the morning's biggest gainers and losers. Our biggest gainers this morning are led by Align Technologies after they posted better than expected earnings. Trading under the ticker ALGN, they're currently up nearly 16%. They're followed by Enovix Corporation under ENVX up 15.3% and Nextracker under NXT up nearly 12%. And our biggest losers this morning are led by Gartner, though I wasn't able to find specific news from this morning. Trading under the ticker IT, their stock is down 12.6%. They're followed by Impinj Incorporated under PI, down 12.5%, and Oceaneering International under OII, down 11.7%. So that is going to be everything for Thursday morning's stock market news. If you made it to the end of today's video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and say good morning in the comments. I always appreciate hearing from you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you back here next time.